Hey guys, today I just want to do a comparison between the Vortex Razor Gen 3 6x36 with a 56mm objective lens, and this one is the Leupold Mark5 5-25 with a 56mm objective lens. As far as street pricing, you can probably get one of these Leupolds for around like $1,900 to $2,000, and then the Razor is gonna be a little bit more expensive. As far as street pricing, this is not MSRP, so you can get these for as low as, I've seen them go as low as I think 1,900 to 2,000. The high end is probably like around 2,200, but that's just street pricing. That's not MSRP. Yeah, I just want to show you guys first, I guess, how much they weigh. So here we go. So as you can see, the Vortex Razor Gen 3 is definitely a lot heavier than the Leupold Mark 5. The Leupold Mark 5 was originally intended for military and law enforcement and hunters, whereas the Gen 3 Razor was specifically primarily designed for PRS shooters, and PRS shooters love their rifles heavy, so that's why this one's heavy and this one is not. I plan on keeping both of them, putting one in my centerfire and one in my rimfire, and I really like the reticle on this Leupold Mark 5, and this is the reticle. As you can see, it's in 1/4 mils, and there's a big open spot right in the middle of the reticle for the Leupold Mark 5, which allows you to be able to spot your impacts a lot better. And then the 1/4 mil windage marks also allows you for bolder corrections, which we really need in PRS. You really want bold corrections when you're correcting for wind, versus when you're shooting bench rest. Maybe you want more fine corrections. This one has a 0.2 hash marks, so as far as being intuitive with correcting bolder, I think the PR2 reticle has a big advantage. Plus you can see your impacts, I think, a lot better with this reticle. I mean, I do love the reticle on the Leupold. As you can see, it's in 0.2 hash marks, but it's a little bit more cluttered, and you know, some people don't like that. So anyways, let's talk about some of the, I guess, specifications. Let's start with this Vortex Gen 3. It's a 6x36 56mm objective lens, first focal plane. Both of them are first focal plane, meaning that your reticle is gonna grow or grow smaller or grow bigger based on your magnification, which is what you want if you're shooting PRS. And the reticle in this one is called the EBR7D, and the eye relief for this one is pretty nice. It's a 3.5 inches, and you're definitely getting more of a better field of view with this Gen 3 Razor compared to Leupold. You're getting about 16 to 17% better field of view, and to translate that in mils, is for comparing apples to apples. I got this one at 25 magnification and this one at 25 magnification. At 25 magnification for the Vortex Razor, the diameter of how many mils you're getting is 16.8 mils total diameter of field of view, versus for the Leupold Mark 5, the field of view that you're getting is 14.4 mils diameter of field of view. The thing that I really like about the Vortex Gen 3 is that the parallax, as you can see, it goes way down to 10 yards. So if I wanted to dry fire in my backyard, I could do that, versus with the Leupold Mark 5, it only goes down, it has 75, but it goes down lower to like 50 or 40 yards. So that's the only, I guess, drawback with the Leupold Mark 5, is that the parallax doesn't go down as far. But the parallax is a lot smoother, and with the Leupold Mark 5, in my opinion. Also, the max elevation adjustment that you're getting with this Vortex Gen 3, even though it only has a 34mm tube compared to the 35mm tube, you're getting about 36.1 mils of elevation adjustment for this one. And this weighs, without the scope mount, this one weighs at 45.1 ounces. Also, let's check out the. I think I like the. I think I do like the feel of the turrets on this one a lot better than the Mark 5. I'm not a fan of the locking elevation turrets, but I definitely like the turrets on these ones better than the Mark 5. As you can see, the marking on this one is a lot finer, so you're not getting lost with getting confused which hash mark you're in, versus with the Mark 5. As you can see, it's definitely thicker. I think probably twice as thick or more, and sometimes you can get lost with where you are on the hash marks. And this is what the reticle feels like, or sounds like, at least. You can't feel it through the video, but I do like that it's a non-locking, like you just keep it, you don't have to pull it up. I do like the sound, probably a lot better on this one, even though I prefer the turrets on the Vortex Gen 3. And then I got the DI competition wind dial, so you're getting more audible clicks with this one, I think. But I just like the feel of this one a lot better, and it's a lot bulkier. It's not as easy to get lost, or it's a lot easier to read where you are on your elevation than the Leupold Mark 5, in my opinion. So let's see, this one tracks really well. I've done track testing with this one. It tracks 100%, and I just did a track testing with this Leupold Mark 5. It tracks 100%. So you don't have to worry about tracking issues with either one of these scopes, which is nice. I do like that, and they're about the same size lengthwise. Yeah, let's move on. I guess I've been comparing the two, but let's move on to the specifications. Leupold Mark 5. For the Leupold Mark 5, it's also a first focal plane, and we went over that. It's got the PR2 mil reticle. It only weighs 30 ounces compared to the Razor, which weighs a lot more. And the elevation adjustment that you can get with Leupold is 35 mils of elevation adjustment. So about close to the same as you're getting close to the same amount of elevation adjustment as the Vortex Razor Gen 3. The Vortex Razor Gen 3 is giving you like maybe 1 more mil of elevation adjustment. The eye relief in this one is a little bit more forgiving. At low magnification is 3.6 inches, and at high magnification it is 3.8 inches. So you're getting a little bit more eye relief with the Leupold than you are with the Vortex. The magnification ring on this is very smooth with the Vortex Gen 3. So, like, I don't even need a magnifying lever because it's so smooth, versus with this one it's a little bit more stiff, and I definitely want the magnifying lever on that one. But the parallax adjustment on this one is a lot smoother, I think, than the Vortex. So you get your pros and cons with each of these scopes. I'll show you guys the rev indicator for the Vortex Gen 3 in comparison to the Leupold Mark 5. So if you go a full rev with the Vortex Gen 3, this thing's gonna pop out. So you're at 1 full rev. At 2 full revs, it's gonna pop out again. I painted this pink, by the way, so that it's obvious to me. So that thing pops out again, and you'll see that white stripe. And then once you go back down all the way to your true zero, then it's gonna stay. And this thing is locking elevation. Also, you can go about 0.5 mils below your zero, so that's a nice feature. Also with this one, you can go 0.5 mils below your zero. So when this is at zero, you're gonna have to press this button to unlock it, and then after it's off of zero, you don't have to press that again. You can just twist it, and I'll show you guys what the indicator looks like. So this part right here is gonna go in once you get to a full rev. As you can see, it went in here. Let's see, give you a better view. So that part went in. And then if you go another full rev, you're gonna see an indicator up here pop up right there. That thing popped up. And if you go another full rev, let's see if there's another one. I don't remember. Nope. That's about as far as I can go. So this thing is gonna pop up, and then once you get to your full zero, you're gonna hear a click right there, or you're gonna feel it. And then you're gonna have to press this to unlock it, which I don't mind that at all. I think I like that feature, which is probably more for law enforcement and military, so that when you're in the dark, you're not fumbling around trying to look to see if you're zero. You can just audibly and feel it to see when you're zero. You just go to your zero, and then it stops, and then you can go 0.5 mils below your zero. So I think I don't mind that feature at all with the Leupold Mark5. Anyway, so I just want to give you guys, I guess, my opinions. I do love both of these scopes. I do after looking through the glass with the Vortex Razor versus the Leupold, I think that the Vortex Razor has better glass than the Leupold Mark5, but the Leupold Mark5, in my opinion, has better reticle than the Vortex Gen 3. And a lot of people, this has been probably the most winning scope the past 3 or 4 years in PRS, even though it may not be as expensive as other scope manufacturers, and probably half the price of the most expensive scope. Like, this has been probably the most winning scope the past 2 or 3 years in PRS. So that just comes to show you that even though glass quality is very important, I think spotting your impacts and misses is a lot more important, and that's what you're able to do with the PR2 reticle, and that's probably why it's so popular. So that's definitely a big plus on the Leupold. I do plan on using this probably for my 22 for the rest of the year, just because of the awesome reticle that it has, even though the Vortex Razor has a lot better glass than the Leupold. You're also getting a better field of view with the Vortex Razor at 25 power compared to the field of view that you're getting with the Leupold at 25 power. So there's that. There's pros and cons with each one of them. I do plan on keeping my Vortex Razor Gen 3 and probably putting it in my center fire, and then putting this one in my rim fire. Those are my thoughts and opinions on these. I love the Vortex Gen 3, and I've had it for about a year and a half now probably, and I've had the Leupold since like a few days ago. Literally, I ran it for about a month a few years ago, but I had to give it back to a friend because I was borrowing it. But man, I'm super excited about this Leupold. I think right now this is going to be my scope of choice, but the Vortex Gen 3 has also never failed me. Both of them, this one tracks really well and this one tracks really well, so I shouldn't have any issues with tracking with either one of them. But anyways, there you guys have it. If you guys are thinking about buying one of these, either a Leupold or a Vortex Gen 3, if you were to ask me right now if I had to choose between buying one or the other, I might choose, at least today, I might choose the Leupold Mark5. Maybe I might change my mind tomorrow, but I just love the reticle on this one. You're getting a good quality glass, and even though the glass is not as good as the Vortex Gen 3, like, I think the glass is good enough, and I think with the reticle that you're getting with the Leupold Mark5, you're able to spot your impacts a lot better, and which is a big game changer. That's going to allow you to pick up extra points in PRS matches, which could be the difference between getting fifth place to first place, in some matches, and that's very important. But anyways, You also can't go wrong with the Vortex Gen 3 though, and it's been an amazing and proven scope. Anyways, there you guys have it. This is the Leupold Mark5 5-25x PR2 Reticle versus the Vortex Razor Gen 3 with the EBR7D Reticle. Alright, have a good one.